Hi, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse, and today I'm going to show you how to play Friend of God by Israel Houghton. Real easy song to play, fun song to play as well. It's in the key of E natural. E has 4 accidentals. Starts on E, F sharp and G sharp, A, B, C sharp and D sharp are your other accidentals. Okay. The song really only has maybe 4 chords in it. Let me show you those chords up front. Jot them down, write them down on a piece of paper, memorize them. After I show them to you, I'll probably just reference the chords just by their name from here on out. That way I can kind of teach the song faster. Okay? So first we have our E major 1 chord, which is E, G sharp, and B. If I say 1 chord, I'm always going to be referring to this chord right here. And I like to add, and it's optional if you don't have to, if you don't want to, but I like to add to my E major chord the 2nd note of the scale, which is F sharp. So when I say 1 chord, this is the chord I'm referring to, okay? Next is going to be my 4 chord, which is an A major chord, E, A, and C sharp. It's inverted 2 times, but I'm also going to add the 7th note of the scale, which is the 7th note of the A major scale, which is G sharp. That makes this chord an A major 7, okay? B, G sharp, A, and C sharp. Next, I call this my 2-5-1 chord only because it's the 2nd note of the scale, the 5th note of the scale, and the 1st note of the scale in that order. 2-5-1. Technically, you can either call it a E sus2, where it's the 2nd note suspended, E, F sharp, or B, or you can call it a B sus chord, B sus4. Okay, but I call it my 2-5-1 just the way I have it spread out. Okay, so let's start from the beginning of the song. I think that's most of the chords. Anything else I'll go and spell out for you, but for the most part, if you learn those, you'll have the gist of the song. Starting out the song, it starts right on the chorus. 1 chord in the right hand, left hand is on E and B. Primary bass note is E, so you can play this 5th if you want to. I am a friend of God. A pickup note here, G sharp, and then I am a friend of God. Left hand goes down to C sharp. The right hand, we're just making 1 modification to this E major chord. We're just going to drop this E down to D sharp. Okay? So it starts out, I am a friend of God. Pick up note, I am a friend of God. I am a friend of God. Next, left hand goes to F sharp. Right hand goes to that 4 chord, the A major 7. I am a friend of God. He calls me friend. Back to the 1. Okay? Again. I am a friend of God. I am a friend of God. You can add this 5th here to this C sharp. You can add this G sharp. I am a friend of God. I added this 5th here as well to my left hand. F sharp, I added the C sharp. I am a friend of God. He calls me friend. Okay, there's a little lick you can do. B, E, B. We're just going to octave with this E in between. B, E, A. I'm sorry, B, E, B, G sharp, F sharp, E. Okay, so verse starts out the same. Okay, so again, 1 chord over E, G sharp, 4 chord over F sharp. Now to the 2nd time, it goes, it's amazing. We're going to shift down to a D major chord, D, F sharp, A. And if you remember, I like to add my 2nd notes of the scale. So D, E, F sharp, and A. Left hand goes down to D and A. It's amazing. It's amazing. Then it goes back to the chorus. I'm a friend. I am a friend of God. when they transition to go back to the verse a second time, they do a weird little chord here. Left hand stays on E. Right hand goes up to G, F sharp major chord. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, F sharp. And then back to the chorus, okay? So let's go to the I am a friend of God. I am a friend of God. I am a friend of God. He calls me friend. Turn around. Now, here's a couple of fun things that you can do to kind of spice this up a little bit. A lot to do with the left hand, the rhythm that the left hand is doing, okay? I think when they go through the verse a second time, left hand starts doing it. So what we're doing here is we're doing the fifth, E, B, and then we go to the octave, and then we come back to the fifth, and then the thumb is going to walk up the scale 2 notes. E, F sharp, G sharp. Go to the octave first, octave from this note. Octave, F sharp, G sharp, okay? So we've got here C sharp, play that fifth, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, E. Go to F sharp, same concept.